Hello and welcome. My name is Carsten Lützen. I'm an Agile coach and a Scrum Master. If you like these videos, please subscribe and share. That would be super awesome. This video is, as you might have guessed, around the daily stand-up, the dailies, the daily Scrum, whatever we call it. So this daily meeting where the entire team gets together to figure out what are we going to do today, if anything. If we just take a step back and look at what is said in the Scrum guide as of now, I found this nice little snippet. So we can select whatever structure and techniques they want, focus on progress and produce an actionable plan for the next day of work. So if we use that phrasing, it says actually the developers, it's important to recognize that no, you do not need to use the 3 classic questions. What did I do yesterday? What am I going to do today? And is anything holding me back? We can actually select whatever format or structure we want as long as we get some actionable plan for our next day of work, aka until we meet in the next stand-up. So it's kind of a mini planning for the next day's work. For me, if we have a big team, we might not be able to get a full 2-minute debrief from everybody within the 15 minutes. So sometimes we need to play around with the format, and that is where I personally myself struggle, and I've also seen other people and teams struggle with what can we do then if we are in the team, in the office, maybe doing some kind of, or online for that instance, that we flag or we mark the things that we're going to talk about in today's stand-up, and then we talk about these. And when the high importance stuff have been discussed in the team, then we go to randomized around the table or whoever raises a hand kind of thing. So if you have something that you want to share, then we share that. And then the really important thing is to always end with a dad joke, simply because that either get people frowning and think, that was stupid, or actually laughing when they leave. So that's always end on a high, right? Or we can also try to use the 1-2 for all, or 1-2 all, or in some way or another. So individually just figure out what would be on your plan for today, and then share it in a smaller group, and then this smaller group shares it with the rest of the team. In that way we can parallelize some of the discussions, having more people interact with the Scrum board and with the content at once, instead of just one giving an update, or even worse, a status report on what they're doing. So start out individually, then in pairs, and then maybe in groups of 4, or the entire team, or whatever rocks your boat, right? But just in that way, parallelizing as much as possible, and then we end up with a pretty good plan of who's going to do what, even in larger teams. And I would always opt for trying to keep it one team as long as possible, instead of splitting it into 2 smaller teams, 2 smaller artificial teams sometimes. I'm really hoping that some of you will share your tips and tricks for this meeting or event or ceremony, either in a comment or in a message to me. That would be super awesome. And that's actually it for me this time. Have a super, super awesome day.